Okay, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to your Akim across the four corners of the earth that's pushing his knowledge and truth and his sincerity. All right, it's the Brother Barzal from the GMS Arizona camp. And I just want to go into this article a little bit. Just going to read this article and grab a few precepts because prophecy is being fulfilled. All right. And the things that we're seeing play out is going to lead to what's prophesied in the scriptures, which are going to be lawlessness. It's going to be chaos and all hell breaking loose in the streets. All right. And without remedy, because a lot of, especially you women, all right, a lot of you women are living in this false bubble or false sense of security because, you're protected by the law. You're protected because there's, police officers. There's still law enforcement that can come to your beck and call when you are in the line of danger. Well, as the prophets have been warning, that soon is going to come to an end. And you people, all right, that especially you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that don't believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you refuse to repent. You're not taking heed to the word of the messengers of the Most High, which are the prophets, which are the men you see on the highways and byways that are pushing this knowledge and this truth. You don't take heed to these men, then this chaos and this hell and this destruction that's coming is for you. See? Salakia, son is coming to the door. I forgot where I was at. But anyway, let's just jump into the article. It says San Diego loses 22% of its police force due to, mandates. It says San Diego is witnessing the largest exodus of police officers from the city since 2009. And the majority of them are quitting because of the city's continued obsession with C-19, mandates. It says perhaps the smartest move the people of Los Angeles County ever made was to elect Sheriff Alex Villanueva, who refused to enforce unconstitutional, mandates. It says the decision probably saved them from losing a quarter or more of their law enforcement officers within the sheriff's department. Contrast this with the LAPD, which was not so lucky. Officers have to quit in droves or were fired, with over 2,200 employees refusing to comply. This has been a repeating situation across California, and San Diego is the latest region to suffer considerable losses of law enforcement officers over, mandates. More than 230 San Diego police officers have left city employment in the 2022 fiscal year alone. 252 sworn deputies in 2021, totaling around 22% of all deputies in active service. It says officials are scrambling to increase incentives to lure new officers into the ranks, including their approval of a 10% pay raise, but many within the department were well aware that this outcome was looming. Officials now say replacing deputies as fast as they exit will be impossible. Meanwhile, the lack of officers has led to horrendous wait times for emergencies. See? According to anonymous SDPD officer, the disgruntled _PO3. We have entered a stage where violent, hot calls and domestic violence incidents with potential serious bodily injury are holding for hours. We have also entered a stage where officers are discarding their uniforms and leaving in droves. Bro, it says it's not the fault of the officers currently on the job or those who chose to leave. They are doing or did the best they can. It says this is entirely an issue management has created. Their archaic thinking of we've always done more with less is sending us back further into the Stone Ages. It is causing a public safety issue, an officer safety issue, and the blood is on their hands, man. This place, America, is finished. It's done. It's over with. America is finished, man. It is falling. It's sinking lower and lower by the day, man. This is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon," which is talking about America. It says, "Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." So America is being destroyed. It's falling. All right, it's falling, and the things that we're seeing is putting it right into people's face. How every pocket of society, everywhere you look, is decaying. The morale of the people, all right, the businesses, the people are in a state of mourning. All these officers have to walk away from their jobs or shoot some poison into their bodies. So the whole world is in a state of misery because of these wicked elite that are trying to enforce these unrighteous decrees on the people, man. Isaiah 10:1, it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." All right, they are issuing unfair laws, trying to force the people into destroying themselves, and the vast majority of the population fell for it. But what happens when they are actually letting people go from law enforcement, from the fire departments, from the armies, the navies, the military? Then who's going to be left to defend you people? What happened when you have an emergency, man? You saw what we just read in the article. What happened when you got an emergency and there ain't no one to come help? Then that means it's just going to be lawlessness out here. You see little remnants of looting, of people just going in stores, taking shit and just running out. Crime is already hitting all-time highs in major cities. And this is just the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning. The Lord hadn't even really turned it up all the way like that yet. But he getting ready to, man. Matthew 24 and verse 6, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. For there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows," man. So we're seeing the wars and rumors of wars. We're seeing the famines that are manifesting. You look at these warnings that people are putting out on video surrounding the warnings that farmers are putting out, man. Talking about right now what we have in the stores is last year's supply, but they haven't been able to harvest to supply for next year, because the feed is triple the price that it normally is. It'd take more for them to feed their livestock than it costs the value of them to sell whole, man. To just sell them outright. And so it don't even make sense to maintain these animals, man. Which means that that's going to be less food that they're going to be able to, ultimately put into the stores for you to consume as the consumer. So these famines are already here. And they're coming, man. They're going to manifest in a major way. People thinking they're getting hit in the pockets now. Wait till this hyperinflation tick up, man, when these shortages manifest even more and more. So we're seeing the famines, the pestilences. We only had to go into that. And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're just at the beginning of sorrows. But the Lord getting ready to turn it up, man. Because people are about to, in their desperate situations, and as the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, have them in straits, then they're going to act in a way that they probably could have never imagined themselves to act. When people get hungry and they go without food for a day or two, you know, they'll kill their best friend for a meal, or to be able to feed their family or their babies, man. And that's what's getting ready to go. That's what's getting ready to go down. That's what's getting ready to happen. I might have to go to the Apocrypha. Yeah, let me go to the Apocrypha. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 15. Khan, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See, people don't realize what it's going to be like when no one is going to come help you, man. It ain't just for the fact that crime is happening, but what happens when you dial 911 because, you know, grandma can't get her medicine, or, you know, she got some kind of health issue that's currently happening. So and so just had a heart attack, or so and so fell and messed up their hip, and you call 911 and ain't nobody picking up. This is the kind of time that we're going into. There's going to be shortages of personnel in these public sectors, man. So they ain't going to be picking up the phone when you dial 911. Now what? See, that's the beauty of having Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, because he's going to protect and take care of his elect in a time of trouble while the rest of you people are getting ready to suffer. It says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. You see? That's people running up in your home, taking the shit that you got. And what are you going to do? Because you can't call 911. It's going to be you protecting your own home. And if somebody can come in and overpower you or put you to death, then they can take what you have. There ain't going to be nobody else that'll save you, man. If you don't have Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, because they're going to do whatever the fuck they want. There ain't going to be no law enforcement to step in to stop them. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because when these law enforcement officers, enough of them walk away, it's going to be military on the streets in their stead. You know, that's going to be the new law enforcement. All right, that's going to be monitoring the way that you move about the city. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, because people are going to be looting each other's houses, looking for food and water. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So the days of great tribulation are here. They're coming. When you see an article that comes out like this, it further proves that we're headed in that direction, and we're just that much closer. All right. San Diego loses 22% of its police force due to, you know what, mandates. And this type of situation, this type of thing is happening all over the country. So it's only a matter of time, man, for all hell breaks loose. And that's exactly what we're looking for, because that means it's that much, we're that much closer to our salvation, okay, and our deliverance. So with that, I just wanted to bring that out. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and peace to the hopeful elect. Shalom.